Hi, this is Tea Geek Eric, and I'm here with another episode of this unboxing series I'm doing. Since I got back from China, I've had a lot of tea waiting for me to open up and tear into, and I also brought a lot of tea home with me. And today, I'm going to open up a box from Verdant Tea, which I'm really excited about. I think I know what's in here. I can't quite remember what I ordered. I pre-ordered something. So Verdant Tea has these pre-orders before the season, the harvest season happens, which helps the farmers, gives them sort of an advance on their harvest. And this is a tea I've had before, and I know that I like it, so I went ahead and pre-ordered some, so I would get it fresh, and it would be here when I came back from China. And I think what it is, I think the only thing I ordered was tea from Laoshan, which is, so Shan means mountains. This is Lao Mountain. It's just a place name in Shandong province, which is in the north part of China where it gets cold. The tea plants are very tiny. They grow really low to the ground because the soil temperature stays more stable over the winter than the air temperature. So if the tea plants were growing any higher, those higher branches would die off in really cold days. So let's check out what I got. I have a sample of some Da Hong Pao, so a big red robe. I did a video earlier in the series about this tea, this type of tea, Da Hong Pao. So I probably won't taste this on camera, but if you're interested, you can go back and check out that episode. I have some Spring Harvest Laoshan Green, and they also produce a black tea. And I thought I also ordered a black tea, but this also says green. Maybe I ordered 2 bags of green. I don't think I did, but they might also be mislabeled. So let me open them up and give them a smell. Let's see. That's a green tea, for sure. So I'm hoping this is a black tea. Oh no. This is also a green tea. Maybe I didn't order the black tea. Okay. Give me a second. I'm going to look at my receipt and figure out if this is actually what I ordered. Okay, so I checked my receipt, and this is not what I ordered. I did order 1 packet of a black tea and 1 of a green tea, but these are both definitely a green tea. So I guess I'll have to send one of these back and exchange it for a black tea, or maybe I'll just keep them. I do like it a lot. I'll tell you why I was excited to get the black tea, and I'll still maybe do some tasting of these and describe the teas for you. So while I was in China at the Tea Research Institute, some students invited me to go for a tea picnic sort of thing that was welcoming all the new master's students in the program. And so we went to a nearby park that has some nice gazebo shelter type things in a bamboo forest. And everybody brought tea. We brought big thermoses of hot water, and people brought tea and snacks. And a lot of people brought tea and snacks from their home provinces because the students were from all over the place. And one of my friends there, Wang Min, is from Shandong province. And so she brought some Laoshan black tea to this picnic, which was really exciting for me. It's not a famous tea in China, so I was really excited to taste it there, and I think Verdant Tea is the only company in the United States that imports Laoshan tea. So I was like, wow, this is really only the second time I've ever tasted Laoshan tea, right? It's the only one I've tasted besides what I've gotten from Verdant Tea. So I thought it would be really cool when I got back to the United States, I'd have some Laoshan black tea waiting for me, and I'd get to taste them side by side. So unfortunately, I don't get to do the side by side right now, but I will definitely save some of this for when I do get the Verdant Tea's Laoshan black, and I can do a side by side tasting. From memory, it's very, very similar, and which was cool to know that what's interesting and cool about this tea is common to that region, and that's to that style of processing. So I guess I'll go ahead and brew up some of the black tea and some of the green tea from Verdant Tea, and I'll tell you a little bit about them. Okay, so I'm brewing the green tea first, the Laoshan Green, and it's a really pretty tea. It's got these beautiful curly little leaves, and I'll show you that in a second after I'm done pouring this. And what I really like about this tea is the mouthfeel. So mouthfeel is something that Americans don't think about a lot when it comes to tea, I've found. Westerners don't think about a lot, but it's really important to Chinese people tasting tea. And so mouthfeel is the idea of what does the liquid feel like in your mouth? What is the texture? Is it thick? Is it drying? Is it astringent? And so this has a really nice sort of thick coating mouthfeel to it. Or at least it has in the past. We'll see with this year's harvest. Really light green. Yeah, it smells absolutely wonderful. Very bright and vegetal and very spring-like, very much spring-like. Super tasty. It's refreshing. You know, as much as in the West we don't drink hot beverages on hot days, but this is actually a refreshing tea. This would be you know, even though it's a hot beverage on a hot day, it tastes really refreshing to me. And I don't think I've ever tried icing it or cold brewing it, but I bet it would be awesome, iced or cold brewed. I'll try to show you the wet leaves here, if the lighting is good enough. Yeah. So cute little curly leaves, pretty small. Like I said, the tea plants in this region grow very, very small, and the tea buds are pretty small and delicate. And they're just these really cool little wiry leaves. There's some stems in there as well, but it's mostly leaf. Really cool. So now I'll brew up the black version of the same tea from a different company. It's not from the same. It's not from Verdant Tea. This is from some company in China. And I think the really cool thing about being able to taste the black and the green side by side is these are the same tea plants, same exact location, and almost the same processing except for the oxidation. Like the leaf shape is the same and the plucking standard is the same or about the same. And so you're really only tasting time of year and oxidation. Those are really the only differences. And then also roasting. The black tea is roasted. But still, it's cool to narrow down the variables and go, now I know what roasting does to the flavor of the tea or oxidation does to the flavor of the tea. And so these are, to me, are really, really fun tastings where you can control for as many variables as possible and only taste the difference in a couple variables. So let's, we'll narrow down those variables to just oxidation and processing a little bit. And then also, this is a different farm than Verdant Tea, but it's still the same mountain, same region. So let me brew this up and I'll tell you about this tea. So what I like about this tea the most, I think, is it's got that same nice thick mouthfeel as the green tea. Which is probably something to do with it growing so slowly and being in a cold climate. I'm not sure about that. But also the roasting. The roasting of this tea is really nice. So it's got this thick mouthfeel, and then it's got this real chocolatey kind of aroma to it from the roasting. And I think I usually steep it longer than this, but I'll give it a quick steep to start with. Actually, this is a great tea to drink in the sort of grandpa style method where you just have some leaves in a glass, hot water. That's how I was drinking it all summer at my desk. I'll show you. There's the tea liqueur. Nice kind of golden color. And yeah, real nice cocoa-y notes in there. A little bit woody. And super tasty. And Verdant has actually in the past done some blends with this tea, which is a little bit unusual for a company to use a higher end tea for blends. But I think the notes, the cocoa-y notes in this make for a really good based tea, I imagine, for blends. I haven't tried any of them, I don't think. Or if I have, it was a long time ago, and I don't remember what they were or what they tasted like. And I think right now all their blends are on sale because this company is moving to China and actually setting up operations in Shandong province near this Laoshan farm. This was one of the first farmers that they worked with, and they're hoping to work more directly with farmers in China to provide quality tea in the United States. So I really wish I had the Verdant Tea version of this to taste alongside the Verdant Tea version of the green from the same location, or taste this alongside the Verdant Tea black tea. That was really the comparison I was hoping for, but unfortunately that didn't work out. So hopefully, I'm sure I'll be able to get my black tea eventually. I just got to shoot an email to the people at Verdant Tea. So sorry I wasn't able to make that comparison for you on camera, although maybe it's for the best. Maybe when I do get them, I'll do a side-by-side comparison with some other people who have better vocabulary to describe tea than I do. So maybe you'll get a better analysis by me doing a separate video on it anyways. All right, so that's it for this episode, and stay tuned for more. Thanks. Bye.